I was on a trial when I was first diagnosed with Hodgkin's. I was able to be on a trial where they were seeing if ABVD could be given without radiotherapy, so just having the chemotherapy, just the small amount, because Hodgkin's is obviously one of the most treatable of the blood cancers, and so they're looking now at how they can limit the amount of chemicals you might have. So I was on a trial and randomised to not having radiotherapy, which was obviously a blessing for me at that time. And because when my cancer came back, it came back in a different place anyway. They say that it wouldn't have made a difference. So for me, it was a good thing, as I then didn't have the scarring of radiotherapy on my neck, and I think that yeah, so I was offered this, and as most people will offer less treatment. Yes, of course, I will sign up for that if you think that this might be something that could help. Yeah. For me, it was a case of going, okay, well, this could give me less treatment, but it's also, I guess, for the longer term things as well, is that you are part of something, which is to go, well, if that means that a lot of other people don't have to have, especially young people, don't have to go and have the scarring that is, I believe, permanent as well, and like, it's quite a big deal. If you could cut that out entirely, then it's going to save millions to the NHS, alongside the fact it's going to save people time and the stress that comes from going through something like radiotherapy. So I was very fortunate in a way that I was randomised to the non-radiotherapy side. I think it's every case. I think that's the thing, is that I was in a place where it was very safe to go, right, this is a trial where you'll have less treatment. We're pretty sure you've got Hodgkin's, it's one of the most treatable, and so it must be it. Like, I can't imagine what it would be like for somebody who's in a place where their cancer is very different to mine. I don't want to say more serious, but like a cancer that is more acute, that needs treatment more desperately. I think that the thing with clinical trials is, again, like it's good for the future, for for the next generations who might be diagnosed, and it's for us to carry on developing and improving everything that we can do to ensure that we can give more people a chance to come through cancer as much as we can do. So it's very important to have clinical trials. It's very important to take those next steps in the future of treatment, and but I think it's a case by case thing, isn't it? I feel I had a great experience in the fact that, and then I see a lot of bad reviews and things, and I'm sure rightly so at points about treatment in the NHS, the food and things like that. But I kind of just went along with what was given to me, and knowing that I was facing up to this thing, which was probably a lot worse than maybe having a bad sandwich. And there were doctors who were very nice to me. I had a wonderful nursing team who supported me, and I was brought up to UCH to have my stem cell transplant, and it was a very different. The treatment I had before was in a very small hospital, so to come to a big hospital afterwards was quite intense. But again, everybody is aware that, especially if you're a young person, that you're going through this thing that you probably don't really understand, and you're just saying yes to everything. And I felt very well supported. I think there's an amazing support around cancer at the moment, and it can only get better as well as we learn to improve and support more people with different cancers as well. But for me, yeah, it was. I feel quite fortunate. My only issue was when, and this was nothing to do with anything else, but I had my treatment was happening around the royal wedding, and everybody was obviously on you had that extended holiday where you could take off the 3 days and mean that you could miss out. So there was about 7 days where it was a very, very skeleton crew, but I completely understand. But I was, yes, that was my period of working out, and I was having to watch the royal wedding on an iPhone, so there we are.